Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Here Be Dragons. My name is Philip. I'm the Dragon Master of this ongoing draconic campaign, and surrounding me are almost all of our dragons. Say hello, dragons. Great. How's everyone doing? Did everyone have a good, as cool guys like I call it, Turkey Day?
Yes.
Hey! After what was more stuffed? Your stomachs or the turkey? Yeah.
Well, we had the answer would be me because we had a vegan Thanksgiving at my family's house since my sister's vegan. So
everyone went vegan for one. Wow.
Yeah.
The needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many in that case. There you have it. That's highly illogical according to Spock.
Well, he did die, so.
That dumb Vulcan doesn't know anything.
Nice.
He really did die twice. Ooh, man, what a wacky group we are. So lots of fun stuff going on, but I think we're gonna get into this game. We are missing Shishu tonight, but so Shishu may be a little quieter than is typical, but the rest of you certainly have your work cut out for you.
That's really unfortunate because someone should be broadcasting our meeting of an archfey to our platforms.
To whatever your platforms should really be getting that info out.
I feel like she's doing it more like, documentary style. So she's like behind the camera. That's why she's
understood.
Quiet.
So she's just gone to just record these illusions or whatever.
Even Ken Burns.
We've always said Shishu Bateros is the Ken Burns of Wyrmloth. That is something everyone always says.
At this point, given the body counts, that may very well be true.
Oh man, Shishu Bateros is the. I gotta write that down for something. Shishu.
Brother fought brother. Biped fought quadruped.
Oh my god, just sepia toned, and everyone's like, why is the sepia toned? We're in color. Like, yeah, but this looks better. This happened a year ago.
Isn't Lord Bukabazan kind of always sepia toned? We have
yellow.
We have yellow and
he's
gold.
He's like bright. He's like,
yeah.
I've always wanted to do a joke in a movie where how like a lot of like romantic comedies end with like 1 year later. Just like very like kind of like and then a year later and they show, oh, now the characters are married or whatever. I really want to do a 1 year later joke where it just cuts to like a 1 minute scene like on like the moon with like flying cars, just like not connected to anything that came before. I just think that's really funny. But enough about what I think is funny. Let's talk about what these dragons have been up to. Their world and civilization of Wyrmloth was attacked by a coterie of bipeds who have come from other planes to destroy dragonkind forever. They are troubling to do so, but this is not completely unprovoked, as many of the dragons who grow too large in Wyrmloth rather than consuming and becoming evil here on their home plane are sent through a gate elsewhere to kind of ravage the rest of the multiverse with their inevitable avarice that in this kind of cosmology all dragons seem to undergo as they age. The dragons our story focuses on were attending the Royal Academy. They were just about to start sort of learning how to be kind of the elite dragons, the best they could be when this attack occurred. They were forced to go on the run via not one, but two magic items allowing teleportation. Only the first of which was planned by me beforehand. In any case, our dragons have found themselves under a mountain in the horde of Hecatoline, a moonstone dragon who had a deep connection to the Feywild. Through various misadventures there, one of their traveling companions, Lord Dressley Bash, was actually lured away to the Feywild, and these dragons went to try and get him out, although some of their number believed it might be better for him to not come back and simply be left alone, enjoying himself in the court of whatever archfey holds sway in that domain of delight. So our dragons ventured in. They found Lord Dressley Bash. They felt they could not simply go and demand him, as he was kind of surrounded by fae of uncertain power levels. They also met a little fairy dragon named Archie, and Archie Archie was just like, guys, it's not safe. Be careful. Don't fly so high. They did not really heed this advice, and as they were leaving the castle, this massively scaled castle deep in the domain of delight called Wuther, they were approached by a huge walking storm. Bill Bluster, the archfey of this realm, a figure who some night hags back in Hecataline's tomb had kind of mentioned they had trouble with, and there's already like 9 threads. It's a lot. In any event, our dragons, thanks to their own sort of powers of persuasion and him kind of having them, at a severe disadvantage, sought to parley with this archfey, and he realized that perhaps they could do what the other archfey of other domains of delight could not do, and help him with a problem that he has. So he invited them to his castle up in the clouds, to the consternation of their small fairy dragon friend Archie, who was revealed to be an archfey himself. Our dragons have sort of indicated that Archie is their sort of patron, that they sort of are represented by him, serve him. So this suddenly does become a deal between Archfey, and seemingly something Archie was trying to completely avoid has now come to pass. He has gotten sucked into all of these shenanigans. So, our dragons are here, entering a castle in the clouds. Unlike the castle that was below, this one is in beautiful condition. And it is sort of storming down from it as it is above the clouds. It is not raining overhead, but there is this sort of dome of kind of soft but impenetrable seeming purple fog, which seems to be something that divides these domains of delight here in the fairylands. You dragons are directed to the drawbridge, which lowers. This castle seems to be scaled for giants, as Bill Bluster very well may be a giant like that. The castle, or once was a giant like that castle that you found below that was now in ruins, was also scaled for giants, so there seems to be some connection to the giants here. But in any event, you all swoop into this massive sort of gate as the drawbridge has fallen, and you find yourselves in a rainy courtyard. The walls are almost like seeping liquid, and you hear distant thunder rolling mostly from below you. But even though the sky above you is kind of purple, it takes on a more dim gray cast as soon as you enter this courtyard. Looking around, you notice that there are several figures. They seem to be sort of much smaller in size than this massive, kind of huge-sized bipedal form that Bill Bluster has now taken, as he's just kind of walking on in. But kind of coming up to you are various kind of like walking, moving clouds. There is soft thunder crackling within them. Some of them even seem to be wearing clothing of honestly kind of like the stuff that Buku you've seen in those pictures of giants. You seem to have a good recognition of some of giant culture and things, so you recognize elements of that in them. And they're sort of moving about in here, muttering in a language that none of you understand, because one little problem here, you all literally only speak Draconic. Think about this world. Although I would say those of you with kind of decent intelligence scores probably recognize it as some form of primordial elemental language, likely are. But they are sort of surprised to see you all, but after being grumbled at by this giant, they are kind of gesturing for you all to follow him into a hall, and one of them is sort of approaching and kind of speaking to you with a voice that sounds like rolling thunder. Realizing that none of you sort of answer, looks a bit worried until Archie kind of squeezes himself out of Shishu's grasp, because she decided to carry him up here on your behalf, and he flies over and begins kind of grunting and rumbling back at this elemental, who then nods and just kind of gestures for you all to go. And Archie's not having a good day, you guys. That's really his whole vibe right now. What? Do you want me to say my name?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Is that that's elemental speak, isn't it, that they're talking about?
Yeah, it's primordial. Is what it's called.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
God, I got to get you guys some languages. Oh my God. Do any of you speak anything other than dragon?
Why would we?
Never had to.
Well,
Mother tongue is.
Tongues? Did you say tongues?
I did say tongues. We're gonna have to go find some tongues down below. All right. Oh, guys, and the
I
kind
guess
of like
Lord Buku is over it.
as you're sort of approaching the thing, Archie kind of flies in front of you. This just tiny little dragon holding up. Listen, just be really careful about agreeing to anything. And which ones of you ate candy?
Oh, I did. It was delicious.
Okay, just you guys especially.
Have no worry, Archie. I have not.
I'm less and more worried now. Oh man! All right.
The candy was problem. Why?
You've consumed something. I'm not sure if it was in this realm, but when you've consumed the hospitality, you've accepted the hospitality of a fae in that case, and that means got some power over you.
I know it was like on the way out.
Yeah, it was sort of like an kind of intermittent space.
Archie kind of just flies into kind of like between your faces for a second and goes, "Let's not test it, guys."
I smell Archie just to be on the safe side.
You can smell Archie.
Okay, I'm gonna smell him.
Fine.
Just poke my nose up to him and sniff, and then I.
Ugh. You dragons are crazy.
You smell stressed.
Yes, I thank you for yep, nope. Fairy dragon pheromones so strong. Ooh, you're a detective, XigXag.
So I think
Okay.
the important question here is, what is the proper protocol for nobility around here? Do we need to, address people in a certain way or be wearing certain clothing or anything like that?
Bill Bluster doesn't stand on ceremony. What he more stands on is the
New money?
corpses of his enemy. No, older money, much older money.
Oh, yeah, I know that type too. Yes, understood.
He stands on the corpses of his enemies, not ceremony. So like,
I was getting a real Conquerors All sort of vibe from him.
Sure,
Are you
sure.
coming in or not?
Okay.
He kind of
What's going on?
rumbles from within.
Reminds me of my Uncle Harry. Very similar. Yes.
I believe we are coming. And may I say, Lord Bill, that you have a lovely place here, very atmospheric.
You get the impression that he was calling you, like, without even still seeing you. You're sort of saying that he's already in. You guys are still at the thing. So you say this though, and some of the elementals are just kind of like near you, kind of just like talking to you as if you're saying something.
Archie, are they saying we should just go on in? Is that kind of what the vibe we're getting here?
No, what that one was saying to him is that he was asked. Perfectly honest, this elemental who was just talking seems stupid because he was just saying to Tangard, "I don't know what you're saying. What did you just say?" And clearly he doesn't understand they're.
We're kind of in the same boat, my friend. So I think I'm just gonna sort of.
I just ignore them
sashay
all
on
and then
in.
just walk inside.
Yeah, and so you guys kind of can creep crawl through. There is a rather large entry hall, but there's a pretty big door that's already sort of swarming open. You see a couple of other elementals like moving. One of whom actually seems to be carrying like books and scrolls, and kind of looks and kind of comes over and then kind of says Well met, dragons. Welcome.
Someone of culture here, finally. Yes.
No, I was just created with more ability to speech. I am a scholar.
Good day
Oh,
to you,
well.
sir.
Are you a golem of some sort?
No, I am an elemental of the storm.
What's your name?
Yes, of course.
I am simply called Sirocco.
I'm sure I
Sirocco?
smell.
Slowco?
Sirocco. Sure. Whatever you wish.
Slow clo.
Sirocco. Slowco, that's fine. This way, please. His Eminence seems interested in speaking with you. I'm surprised he's composing with dragons, but desperate
Yes, these-
times.
Oh, our time's desperate here for the master, Slorclo.
I've spoken a bit out of school, I suppose. Times are desperate, and yet, well. And then this kind of just cloud, and like there is a face forming in this cloud, and you see kind of like lightning bursts within the dark, sort of swirling mists. But it gets real close to you and just goes, I suppose it is also desperate times for dragons.
Oh.
That's true.
Oh.
Then just moves away.
But you know what they say about troubled times? They provide plenty of opportunity.
Do they? Oh. Pulls out kind of a
Or somebody.
quill of some sort and starts writing that on a scroll. I didn't know.
It doesn't rhyme. It cannot be true.
Buku Bazan, Lord.
Was about to ask
You
who
like to
said it.
Attribute that.
Good, yes. Sirocco.
He turns to Elon and says, Harry won't mind. That's a callback from...
Yeah, Uncle, I got it. The throne room of Bill Bluster is massive and intimidating. It does not seem to have been built for anything resembling comfort. Instead, it seems to simply be a position of sort of status. It is an almost utterly bare room. Bill Bluster at this point is just sitting down on a throne that seems to be made of like just tumbled stone. Almost one solid piece that has just naturally kind of been smoothed and formed over time by the roar of wind and rain. There are two, I think they are huge in size. I can actually look that up. But there are these two, just wolves that are also made of clouds. But their faces are much more pronounced and solid seeming, and lightning is just constantly crackling over them. If anyone here is proficient in nature, they can make a check looking at these creatures.
I believe I am. Yes. What am I doing?
Make a nature check as you look at these kind of creatures.
20?
20. Then you are familiar with the idea that some... these are actually really probably large in size. They're kind of your size, but they're just on the cusp. These appear to be what you would call storm wolves. Kind of akin to how the frost giants have these winter wolves, these massively sized kind of hunting dogs that have been infused with their own elemental essence of frost and cold. The storm giants have a much rarer kind of hunting dog. They can fly, they burst out lightning from their mouths, almost like your breath weapons. And they're, and there's two of them, and they're big.
Do they have names?
They don't have any. I mean, you can ask Bill Bluster, but they don't have collars or anything on them. You'll never guess their names. I'll phrase it like this. You might not guess it on the first try, but if you keep going through blank and blank that might have to do with something here, you'll get there.
Aster and Pollux.
Oh, I was going to go with
Thunder
Thunder and
Dragon.
Lightning.
On the track, but not the one. Sorry, what did you just say, Elon?
Sturm and Drang.
There we go. That's what their names are.
Damn it, that's so obvious.
So yes, the storm wolves are kind of there, and they sort of look up, and they do sort of like growl a little as you come in. But Bill Bluster just kind of like puts a hand down, and they both sit. But they're just like these, kind of like stormy eyes staring at you as kind of thunder rolls, and Bill Bluster sits.
Right then. Come on, dragons. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of dragon's blood. Doesn't work as well for your kind as it does for the...
Human?
Yeah.
Archie, was that primordial to
Have
begin
you
with?
ever eaten a human child?
Sure.
What do they taste like?
I prefer... I think I probably have eaten a human child once or another time in my history, but...
They're nasty little things, aren't they? That's what I heard.
I've probably more eaten them when I've eaten whole ships and the like. So, dragons, we're here to make a deal. And accord with an archfey, as you well know, is a binding thing.
The room is kind of rumbling as he says this.
Well, you do seem to be in a bit of a bind, and we are equipped to help you out.
I am. I'm not sure you're quite up to the task, but seems like perhaps you'll have more motivation than the other archfays. This will be a pact, much like the one you form with your patron, the archfey at Small.
Archie's just like, yeah, just like that one. Just kind of looking at all you guys like, this is fucking bullshit.
And as such, unlike a patronage between an archfey and their warlocks, this will be a pact with prejudice, you understand? There'll be less give. If you betray me, you'll pay, and if I betray you, the same. But I'll have no reason to betray you.
Well, that seems very fair, then.
It seems very unlikely as well.
The task is simple. I want you to kill my enemy. I can't harm her. She's charmed against my intercessions. And my own warlocks have all died in their attempts, pathetic as they've been. But you are 5 dragons. Young but hungry. So, I think it's worth a shot.
Who would this be?
She is the Tempest Mother Isora Quintessent.
And the room sort of thunders around there. Anyone proficient in history can give a roll on that if they'd like.
Tempest Isora Quintessent?
Tempest Isora. She is the Tempest Mother. Isora is her name, Ysora, and she is quintessent, kind of like an extra applied sort of thing. He says that, and both Sturm and Drang kind of howl, and lightning kind of fires up out of their mouths.
He says, Storm Drang, quiet. Idiots.
I do have history. Anybody else does?
No one has history? Then in that case,
I'm very smart at it, but I don't have it.
Religion, but that's
I have
what
history.
it's
I'll let you make a religion, and anyone, and XigXag, if you have history, go for it, XigXag. And Buku, do one. Elon, go ahead. It's you know what, it's Thanksgiving. Today's the start of Advent and Hanukkah, so like, let's just be in a giving mood.
Oh,
21.
2-1?
Yeah, 21.
22.
22, sure. I'll say you know this on the religious side. You're familiar with the concept of the quintessence being like the highest priests or rulers among storm giants who are themselves the highest. Elon, you at a 16?
Oh yeah.
Unfamiliar with the term. Buku,
I rolled a natural ones for a 7.
you think her last name is like Quince. Isora Quince, got it. But XigXag, yes, you are familiar also with quintessence. They are these like really powerful, preternaturally powerful storm giants who have sort of reached a. You wouldn't necessarily say they've like ascended, but they honestly can. And I'll say your DC was like a little lower because you weren't kind of going the religious thing. You believe that quintessence have the ability to like literally become a storm. They can like leave their physical body for a while and like embody like a whole storm, which makes them incredibly difficult to kill. Because if they're ever getting hurt, they can just be like, peace, and they are just the weather around them. And with Bill Bluster unable to bring his own powers against him, it is not hard to imagine that killing the Tempest Mother Isora Quintessent would be a hard job. Even so, he's sort of grinning.
Yeah, I bet you will do everything you can.
Is there anything that you can give us to help in this quest?
That's an excellent point, XigXag. Know thy enemy.
Well,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Information and, I don't know, weapons.
We also need to talk about the reward.
The reward, yeah. What a surprise the dragon wants to know what they can add to their hoard. Well, you'll all have to share. Because what I have to offer there's but one of, but it's going to be of particular preciousness to you all. You want to know more about Isora, or you want to know what I'm offering?
Both.
Both?
Which first?
Isora, I think.
Isora. Fine.
Yeah.
Sure, fine.
You'll have to find your way to the elemental plane,
Ugh.
near where water and air meet, in a never-ending tempest called Immersturm.
Emistum.
Immersturm.
Immersturm.
You'll find your way there. You'll be motivated. She dwells within the eye of that storm, in a place where all is calm and she can reflect on her power. That is what I can tell you of her.
That's it?
She's sanctimonious. You'll hate her.
Anything we should maybe be aware of that she's particularly immune or vulnerable to?
He
Yeah,
thinks
does she have
for a
a
while.
vulnerable spot?
Make an insight check, Tangard.
Sure. Well, that's 5. So that is a 9.
You know, you think you just must be super charming, and that's why he starts giving you some information that probably might, like, be harmful to him as well. But he will sort of mention to you.
Well, no vulnerabilities to speak of. She can fly, not quite as fast as you winged brutes.
We're working together. Do we have to have the insults? Sorry.
Yes.
Well, at least it's straightforward about it.
You can't armor with lightning or thunder, but I don't figure any of you would have tried such a thing. You can't hurt her much with the cold, nor with simply batting her around unless you're magical in nature, if you take my meaning. She can hit you from pretty far away with bolts of lightning.
Wow. To be honest, that last part
How
sounds
about
like...
her mental state?
Up here, she's in good shape. She's not, but she's not immune to metal, sort of, if you can frighten her or charm her. Which seems a boring way to go about it, but if it gets the job done, I'll offer no objections.
So you said that she's charmed against your violence, so she must have some pretty powerful magic at her disposal then.
Yeah, it's not hers. It's sort of from, I just can't kill my own mother. It's just something I've been warded against doing.
I mean,
Oh.
that's...
Are you sure you really want to do this?
Yes!
Thunder crashes.
Of course I do.
Mother issues, I see.
I mean,
It's not her doing that makes her me. I was some arch-fey mother being put it on me that you can't harm your own mother. If I had that charm broken, I'll leave that to you, in fact. If you'd rather find a way to break that charm for me, I'll deliver you the same prize, and then I'll go choke the life out of her myself.
not to get too much into the personal, and you can, but I do think it is a little bit of my beeswax here. Why is it that you want to engage in matricide?
I don't get her power while she's still alive. If I'm to become the princess, she's got to go.
I understand. Okay. Thank you.
There's definitely, and he's, XigXag, you're also proficient in insight, right?
Nope.
No? Okay, never mind. Oh, I knew one of the psychic ones was. Buku, why don't you throw up an insight check on top of that?
Also, what is Archie? How's Archie reacting to all this?
Archie is doing, is just in this pose the whole time.
He's pinching out the migraine. Gotcha.
When he heard Isora, he was like, I will say, Elon, if you're kind of keeping an eye on him, you don't think he's been surprised by any of the new information. He was well aware of the mother-son issue here. Buku, what did you roll in your insight?
17.
I would say with a 17, I think this is, and Tangar, you've already kind of tried to get him. You don't have a good read on this guy. He's so probably alien to your way of thinking. Buku, I would say with a 17, because he's not making it super not obvious, he's loving that any of you think it's weird he wants to kill his mother. He's loving trying to almost make you uncomfortable with that. He enjoys, there's,
All right.
in case it hasn't been determined yet, Bill Bluster seems to have a cruel streak.
Yeah.
So he's into
You
this.
don't say.
Yeah.
I found him rather welcoming. Though a bit brusque.
This seems honestly not that different from some of my own family dynamics. Perhaps a little bit more close knit than I'm comfortable with, but
Well, that happens among
these things
giants.
happen.
Yeah, she's my mother. She's also my cousin. Don't worry about it too much.
But it happens a lot among those. posh
That
people.
explains.
Our,
Yeah.
Kill
our
each other
gene
for the
pools
money.
are a bit smaller, but they're also much bigger. If you take my meaning on account of how big we are.
This is what I like about understanding people's mothers and their relationships. You kind of just get a roadmap to who they are.
So,
Just whisper to Elon. See, size is not always better. Bigger is not always better.
I mean, it is if you're a dragon. But, sure.
I feel like Shishu might make a comment on that, but I don't know what it would be, so she won't. In any event,
It's something about feet, right?
yeah, it's all based on claw size. That's all anyone's really looking at. But he sort of says,
that is the task.
So is there do you know, is there a way that we might be able to hinder her from changing into an ethereal storm? Any insight on that?
I don't know of one. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I did, might not share it. It's a skill I hope to acquire one day.
Yeah, you make a point.
But
And
I would say catch her unawares. Force her to use her resources before she can really focus and do it.
And if I understand the terms of our arrangement here, if we don't agree to this, you will commence with the destruction of ourselves. Yes.
Oh, you're gonna agree.
That's sort of what I figured. Then, yes,
No.
I accept.
you keep-
I, for one, am on board with this.
Come with me, dragons.
Yeah, you keep making all these innuendos and then laughing, and I'm not quite sure.
I just heard what's well. Never mind that. You'll agree, all right.
Really?
I
He
guess we
Your
should.
he
argument?
stands and says,
They're loading it into another room for me, they said. Into one of the great feasting halls. This way, dragons. Boom, boom.
his steps. The dogs come up and follow him. He speaks to them in giant for a while. They seem to kind of follow along. I will also just mention, though, he did say, and kind of Archie's like, the only thing Archie's now thinking about, kind of after you asked Elon and then like one other stuff, Archie seems to be like really trying to like work through something very quickly as you guys are flying to the, or kind of flying to the, Archie's flying. You all may more be walking or crawling. Ceilings aren't that high. As Archie's just like, oh, okay. That's gonna be bad too.
Archie,
Yo,
what would you say the odds are of us actually completing this task?
well, I mean, there's a lot of you, and I mean, we could see what we got. We can see what we can work with. I would say that it's just as hard, if not harder. But I mean, trying to break the curse. He said he'd give you something if you just get the, ward on him from killing his own mother. He said you might just, that might be another thing. That's going to be more Feywild nonsense. Honestly, I think that's going to be harder because I'm pretty sure I know who put that on. Oh, jeez. But she's I mean, she's she's like this like storm in the. I don't know, man. This isn't a good. He's just kind of flying backwards. This ain't a good situation.
Like any sort of knowledge of what a quintessence is aside, if we're sort of seeing the extent of Bill Bluster's powers, and if that's his mother and has power that he wants to acquire, it's probably going to be pretty significant.
And is that the whole play here? Just I want mommy. I want what mommy has.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to be engaging in this because I don't have any warlocks or holdings or anything. So I really thought I was just coming here for like some just like a free kind of place to hang out for a while at his open invitation to Archfays and their proxies. So he kind of like
I
grabs
appreciate you volunteering to help us. Then this is very nice of you.
He just
Super
shoots you
kind.
this like hateful little fairy dragon look. Elon, he kind of grabs you by like the skull horns and just, I don't know, man. I don't know anything. This is bad, bro. This is really bad. He just kind of flies away.
All right, little buddy, it's all right.
Boy.
Wait, but Archie, before you fly off, if things go south here with this negotiation, you can give us some cover here, right? Like you're an Archfey, right?
I'll give you a little bit of cover. He'll probably give you a head start or something, but I don't know. I mean, whatever. Or maybe he's just gonna chop you guys up. That'll be rough. In any case, the doors into this great hall open, and Bill Bluster says,
Go on in. Complete this task and it's yours.
You guys
What's in there?
peer into a large hall. It is scaled for giants, so the tables are like, like 20 feet high, benches 10 feet, just huge scaled. But you sort of see as you're in this thing, and it's interesting because you guys are like, you're not tiny little person scale, but it's still half scale, so you look like you're little kids in a house, not like ant people. It's some funny visuals, but kind of been placed like halfway down this long row. There seems to be a dais on the far side. Nothing there, but just like halfway down. It
Just a pile of
seems
lunchables.
it's not as tall as Bill Bluster. It's not quite huge in size. But there is something that, whether through your knowledge of history and myth, or kind of just like an innate feeling, both draws and repulses you. There is, it almost looks like an automaton, It's about 17 feet tall, kind of with a head crest on it. It is of sort of various pieces of kind of like dull coated metal. It looks very intimidating. It doesn't really have like a head. It's kind of a sort of, there's no distinction between the shoulders and the head neck, but it has this like kind of like crest coming up the top of it, and some glass on the front of it. And it is just sort of standing there. There are sigils just imprinted all over it. And as you see it, again, it is a feeling of this is incredibly valuable, but also you feel like tension. You feel lethality in what you see before you. Anyone who is proficient in Arcana, Religion, or History can make varying checks on this, but you'll need to tell me which ones you are rolling.
I'll take
Arcana 15.
Arcana 15, you don't know what it is, but you don't like it.
I'll take Religion.
Okay.
14. Not good.
You don't know what it is, but you don't like it.
History 23.
Okay. Elon, did you roll any of those, or you have none of those?
No, I don't really do like brainy type stuff. I'm more like, feel
Nor-
it out.
and
You're an intuitive kind of
and
guy.
nor should you. XigXag, you know well what either stands before you, or it is a if this is not the real article, but based on the power of it, you feel it is. Otherwise, it's an impression, because no one has seen this thing for thousands of years. This is what in the old dragon tongue is known as Kunun Gajok, also called the Immortal Fighter. And in the tongues of the bipeds who crafted it, they called it the Mighty Servant of the Biped. I have to say something in our...
Well, that sounds...
saying something in our Zoom chat, because... yes, but... yeah. It is a this and XigXag, if you're sharing this with the group, this is it's kind of like a construct, but it actually housed bipeds who operated it from within. This was a dragon killing machine. This was one of the horrible artifacts of the mini bipeds who in their last gasp, using assistance from giants who had long fled the area, attempted to kind of like build a thing that could wipe out the dragons. You also know with a 23 that this creature, this fighter, wielded a sword that in the old tongue you all called Rakban, Dragon's Death. Or, in the words of the bipeds, the Mighty Sword. That was a sword that, like, just caused, like, unrelenting necrosis in dragons it struck. Kind of like you would, like, continue rotting away over time. Fortunately, though, XigXag, you know that the sword Rakban was destroyed almost, not quite a century ago. Several decades back, it was notably destroyed in the deserts of Do. Now,
Oh, yes, I heard that story.
yes, and I actually think, Vanda, you did read that story, didn't you?
I did read it.
So, well, then you're aware that might not be what happened, but as far as anybody knows, that sword is gone. Don't worry about that sword, guys.
XigXag kind of takes a step back. It's like, ooh, you know what this is. This is
Killing
the
machine.
dragon killing construct.
Well,
What are you doing with this?
I found it. It's a part of my treasure.
Mm,
And it's yours, provided you complete this task. I like you, dragons. You've got... moxie. You can take this thing, break it down. I heard somewhere you have a means of consuming wealth. You could be rid of this item, couldn't you?
it's possible.
Buku, go ahead.
I have a DM question.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What is the value of this thing? What is the value of this thing if we take it apart? what is the value of this thing if we keep it together?
also-
Can we make this thing work for us?
Okay, can we reprogram it?
I will say, based on what that is, some stuff you'll have to research in game. What you sort of generally know about what's been pitched, the primary value of this is like you guys consume it as part of a slumbering and gain like 6 levels in one session, or something like that. It's that kind of situation.
Okay.
That's worth a lot.
It's a do this and you'll tear up or so kind of a thing, depending on. I just said 6. It may be more like 4. You get the idea. It
has value.
It's a huge jump. Now, trying to turn it against stuff that, I mean, this is stuff you can investigate in the game. I would say this thing was built to exclusively kill dragons, so reprogramming it is probably outside of any of your,
Sure.
It's probably better as fuel. But
Hey, you said it's worth stuff. Well, that's all I really want to know. Stuff works.
So, and just for clarification, just so I make sure I didn't miss anything. Other than the sword, it is complete. Right?
oh yeah,
It's just,
I mean, as
sword is
he's
missing.
he's saying it is, you can go over and look at it. Although approaching it feels really bad to get near it.
Oh yeah, I have no interest in getting close to that.
Then how will it feel to eating it?
That is
I
some
guess
questions you'll have to ask your friend.
Will we have a heartburn after that?
Probably you'll have really bad heartburn, but again, you don't really even fully know the stuff. That is it's not rare that dragons consume their hordes to go faster. That's a very uncommon way of doing it. So you'll have to talk to Lagok about that.
And we did
Oh,
watch
that,
our...
I guess was my other. I guess the other point of my question was like, if we destroy it, do we still get the value of it? Or
Yes,
is the value destroyed along with it?
No, you would consume the value to level up fast. Is the idea?
Okay, perfect.
It's an expended thing. So.
Does it have nice shoes?
Oh, does the mighty warrior have nice shoes?
We are very low on the shoe count here.
You know what?
All these elementals.
I will say that for XigXag's benefit, XigXag, this thing is hateful and terrifying, but oh my god, the shoes.
Dibs on the feet.
I will eat the feet.
And I guess up to the knees or something, depending how it.
The Dreezies.
Uh,
I'll see myself out. Sorry.
He's offering this, and he says,
So, as I said, I doubt you'll refuse it. Although, if you don't want it, I've heard of some bipeds recently come to your world. I'd rather traffic with you.
Don't
Bipeds
even
can't
go
be trusted.
there.
Well, then kill my mother and it's yours.
Matricide it is. Matricide by
otherwise-
proxy.
and to be clear on to be clear on our arrangement here, the alternate task of removing the charm would still carry the same reward, or was there a different reward for that? If we were to allow you to kill your own mother.
Yes. I'd allow that as well.
All right.
That would almost be more worth it, but no. Same choice, because then I still do have to do the work.
And there's no sort of there's no time frame on this.
Oh no, there's a time frame. The standard one. Among Fae. A year and a day. Of course, time moves a bit faster here, so I wouldn't dawdle.
Well, I believe we are sort of, there's not much choice in the matter, so I think I'm keen to agree to this deal. I would rather this thing
We
not.
need to get back to our own realm soon.
Let's
Oh yeah, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get to the elemental plane.
yeah. Can we loop in Archie here just to get? We just gotta talk to our boss,
Speak with your patron. But
Well,
don't
we'll
dawdle.
run it up. Yeah.
The terms are
We'll-
simple. You do this for me, you don't betray me. I don't betray you, I'll give you what you ask for. We're square. That is the pact being offered. I don't want a million conditions and sub things here. I'll understand what's been broken if you betray me.
And just another quick question. Not that we have any plans for it. I just sort of want to know what the stakes are, as it were. You know what I'm saying? What is the cost of betrayal? If you betray us or we betray you, what is that punishment that you were talking about? I just sort of like to know what the particular weapon is at my back here.
Magic. Fey magic. It's old and it's wild. Understand?
Oh, so I get you. It'll be like a fun surprise.
Fun for me it will.
Like a blind bag of pain. Sounds great. I thank you.
Are you guys gonna step aside and talk to Archie?
Yeah, we might as well. I mean, we might as well do
Oh man, I thought he might have something like that, but I didn't think he'd have that. Now that thing he said about the stuff, there's no way you guys aren't gonna take this, is there? Oh man. Oh god.
Well, we have to. It's first of all, it's treasure.
Yeah, I get it.
Treasure. Plus, if you gave it to the humans, that would be very, very bad. Plus, it's treasure. Lots of treasure. We could really get strong from that.
I get why you want to do it. Don't worry, XigXag. You don't have to explain it anymore. Oh man.
You are a dragon, aren't you?
I'm not the same as you guys. I'm not a true dragon. Now I'm in Archfey anyway.
No, I think inside you are a true dragon. In your heart. You might not really look much more like a lizard with butterfly wings, but in your heart, you are a big, magnificent dragon.
I don't want to be
And you
big.
understand what treasure is. Well, magnificent.
Also, to be fair to XigXag, I don't think any of us intend to share any of that treasure with Archie here.
I didn't say that. I didn't
So I think
suggest
the
that
appeal
for a
of that is-
second. I'm just trying to explain to him that he is a dragon.
That's true.
And,
I
you
am a
know,
dragon.
We are all brothers and sisters.
Although I don't know
Thank
how
you.
much of you is dragon and how much of you is Fey, but if that thing is a dragon killing machine, I think it might come for you as well if it's so unleashed.
I'm not worried about that.
Well, that's sort of my primary concern right now, and I think that that would be better off in our hands than certainly this fella's.
Oh man, you guys. Oh, this is. See, sometimes every time I try to be nice, it never works out.
I know the
But it
feeling.
will work out in the end. You will just see.
Maybe, but what if somebody puts me in a box again?
They put you in a
Sorry,
box?
what?
Yeah.
What red bastard would do that?
Oh, just one of
You're
my.
not a baby. Why would
No.
someone put you in a box?
Put me in a box and I don't know, they
babies
put.
into boxes.
Do you
put
mean
me
like
in the
literally
heart
or figuratively? Like,
Oh,
like they
literally.
just
They because they can't do anything else to me, so they force me into a box and leave me at the middle of a volcano or whatever, or at the bottom of a. Oh man!
You seem
Damn
like
it.
you had some sort of revelation there.
No, I forgot to send a thank you note to those fish this year, the ones who let me out. I always send them some stuff because they let me out of that box that
Well, if you tell us who put you in a box, maybe we can kill them too.
I don't want to kill them, because if you don't, they might put me in another box.
Well, what if you do?
I think
I don't think you guys get what my whole thing is. I just want everything to be chill. I want to go from domain to domain, not making anyone mad, just doing
Not
my
making
thing.
any waves.
Correct.
Yeah, you just
Well, I
Yes.
think it's a little bit too late for that.
yeah, you would just want some chill vibes.
You know,
right?
maybe destiny
Yes.
is waiting for you.
You remind me of my cousin Mary. She also, like you, like to be more behind the scenes, stay hidden, unnoticed, just go about their daily business while they conducted their manipulations from behind the scenes. I understand exactly
No.
what you like here.
No.
Now that didn't
No,
work out
no.
for my cousin Mary, though.
God.
There is a time where you have to seize the day and the moment. This is that time.
You were right
I think,
about
Archie,
some stuff.
you
And then you
will fit in right fine with us. We'll get along fine. This is
Think
your
Archie
moment.
is more of a
Well,
beach
first
bum
of
type
all-
of dragon.
First of all, if this is happening, I do have to strike a pact with all of you. Because
Yeah, I
he's
was
going to
wondering
make
if
me
we were
sign
gonna
off on this.
formalize- I was wondering if we were going to formalize.
Yeah, we do have to. Oh, man. Well,
I told you look. I know that you kind of caught yourself in like a weird position here, Archie, and I apologize about this.
oh, I caught myself in this position. Yeah,
yeah.
I guess I did by warning you twice.
But
Well, you
I apologize. And I
wouldn't
know that
have warned us if somewhere deep down you didn't want to be part of this. Just think about
But-
it. It's your subconscious.
I meant when
What?
I said earlier on, and that we will not let you down. We will succeed here, and then you will be free to go off and travel the plains as you wish, and this whole mess will be behind you.
I mean,
Fine. What?
No, go ahead.
No, I got nothing to say. I'm in my feelings right now. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, if what you want is just, some chill planes to go on, these bipeds that are invading our plane, they're not helping with that. So, in a weird way, you're kind of doing yourself a favor.
Oh my god. It's so tiresome for everyone to be like telling me what I want. I know what I want, and I'm not getting it, but it's fine.
You don't realize you're afraid of being put in a box again. Now you have
Put yourself in a
5
box. Put
people
yourself in a box.
willing and able to take you out whenever you find yourself in one.
That is
We
true,
are
actually. If anybody
sort
locks
of
me in a
out of
box,
the box type of
I can
people,
communicate with you across the
dragons.
things and say, you will come get me out of this box. That's true.
Exactly. It's much like when people come into your stream and raid you, and you give out that message of thank you as they do
Oh, is
you
that
a
happening?
favor. You then do them a favor. And it's a copacetic quid pro quo thing that we're doing here. This works out perfectly.
That's true. I mean, I guess if you're comparing me offering like a pact to you guys, like with me getting like a raid, then that is just an objectively awesome thing that's much appreciated. So sure,
This is what I'm talking about.
I would be
As
very
a-
welcoming of that.
That's a surprisingly optimistic way for you to look at things, Buku. I appreciate that.
Well, one must twist the truth to suit your needs.
Archie,
He says,
That
just
sounds
add
more
enough
like
of the
you.
soda
That's
here.
that's not what I said at all.
and I will say actually at this point, Buku, as you sort of say that, Archie continues talking to himself. Oh yeah, and if I'm their patron, I mean, yeah, I'll give them some stuff, but then they'll just have to. Oh, I can just send them on. Oh my god, I can like if I need food, I can be like, go pick me up that food and bring it. I can like develop some kind of like app-based system where I'm like, I need an appetizer, go get me that, and they can like bring it to me. Like they're like my mates who like arrive post haste. Don't know what I'd call that, or like it's like they bring me eats that are above other eats, like they're Uber Eats. This could work really well. Yeah. All right, fine. I'll make a pact with you guys.
I'll be your hub of grow anytime, my friend.
Thanks. You can exactly. Okay,
Grab a
cool.
hub.
All right. Well, assuming you guys survive this nonsense, sure. Let's make a pact. Fine. All
I
right.
will actually.
I just want to say,
after-
now listen, this is, I mean, we're really, I mean, to be honest, we're doing you a favor because we're getting you here down on the ground level here, all right? Because
All right.
we're really gonna just be just spiraling out of here, all right?
I may be an archfey at small, but I am an archfey
Only-
still. So no, you're not doing me any favors. Trust
Only
me.
small
The
on the
power's
east
all
si-
flowing
on the
from me to
outside.
you guys. All right. Fine. Let me see. We'll make a pact on
It's the ground floor of dragonkind.
We'll make
You're like the last and the best.
here.
Only going up from here.
This so this is gonna be really tiny. So I have this little daisy flower. There are five little blossoms on it. You guys just everyone just get one talon gripping one of the blossoms here. I'll hold the stem. Got it. Come in close. Don't. Yeah. The Shishu, come on in. That's fine. Everybody, grab hold of this. All right. We're gonna keep this real simple. I say your name.
I say,
Vanguard.
Lord Buku Bazad.
Shisha
I zigzag the touched.
Elan Buteros.
will serve my patron, Archie Fagin, Archfey at Small,
Will serve my
Will
patron.
serve my patron, Archie Fagin,
Fagin,
Archfey at Small.
Archfey at Small.
Only
in
on that
exchange
side.
for powers and representation.
In
In exchange for powers and representation.
And I won't be a dick about it.
And I won't be a dick about it.
And
He's looking at the ones who haven't
won't be a
spoken.
dick about it.
Sure.
Be a dick about it.
I won't be a dick about it. With that, each of you feels like a ripple kind of moving up your talons in your arm, and the petals all fall off the flower. And he just
You're our
sticks
agent.
that back in.
Congratulations.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll start getting some stuff to you all, but now I'm your patron.
I'm gonna like sort of do one of the things where I like take the backpack like off one shoulder so I can spin it around onto my stomach.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna reach inside and I'm gonna pull out an apple and offer it to Archie and say, "See, it's already working out. Want an apple?"
Yup. It is. It's good to be the archfua, and he kind of, gets off balance with that. I'm okay.
I love him. I love him so much.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm your patron now. I'll start figuring out how to, and basically, so you are agreeing to this horrible thing, right?
We don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, I kind of backed in a corner on this one.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Fine. And kind
I
of
mean, it's
the
not permanent, right? It's
You know,
not,
we're kind of finding ourselves in this situation a lot where it's really just like kill or die.
well,
I don't know about you all, but I'm not really thrilled with how often we're finding ourselves in that situation.
Well, but I mean, perhaps
I
it's
think
time
we
for us
maybe should go and
get some education. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe this would be a lesson of like how to negotiate or
Oh, that's a great point. As you were saying earlier, XigXag, knowledge is power, and we do have a teacher back home. that's been
yeah,
trying to
maybe we
impart
could
us
go
some
back and
wisdom.
learn some stuff from
yeah,
him.
you guys should definitely do some stuff to get ready for this. I mean, he's giving you a year and a day, which in your time is going to be less than that, but you'll probably have a couple months, I hope.
Archie, Archie.
Just call me Archie.
Archie. So, question about traveling to this elemental plane. Is that something you can assist us with?
Probably. There's this other
Okay.
archfey I used to date, and she's got mega warlocks. I think some of them can probably help you.
Oh, perfect. And then, other question.
What?
Any chance you would be able to let us know when we're getting closer to the deadline, since time works weird here?
Yeah. I can do that, no problem. I gotta.
That's what he's got a whole back office. All right, that's what the whole.
I can. That's not a problem.
Well, perfect.
Basically, the kind of you hear like thunder drumming fingertips on a table. He's like, all right, can we just go? You guys are agreeing to this deal with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I mean, do you think we can do it? Do you think you can get us a better deal, Archie? Can you negotiate a better deal for us?
Actually, yeah. Wait. Oh, actually, yes. Wait a second. How many of you guys are there?
There's 5 of us.
I see
we have
that.
A,
I
we
was
have a
just thinking.
6th
All right.
and the 7th back home, actually. But
how much? How much hoard do you all have right now? What are you all rocking on your hoard size? I'm your patron. Just tell me. Don't be embarrassed.
I tell him.
second
Not
level
much.
horde.
Not much.
I believe you all have around in the neighborhood.
Currently,
of,
I have 139 platinum, 6 gold, and 2 silver to my name. I did have some magic items get destroyed in our fleeing.
That is accurate. That is accurate. To what I
Oh,
have as
so you
well.
had more. So you probably would have been okay. Because you're not even. That means you're not even quite at Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm entitled to quite a bit more. It's just stolen by a bunch
Screw
of
it.
bipeds.
Let's see. Okay, fine. He flies over and goes, all right, so here's the deal. We're in a situation here. We're going to do this. We're down. I'm down. I got some tasks that, listen, between you and me, Bill, I got some stuff that I need them to do in the elemental plane anyway, so this does kind of work out for me. But there's one issue. I'm a little cash poor at the moment. And these dragons need to just be a little bit stronger in order to accomplish what you are looking for. So we're going to need some magic items to get them, up kind of a level of dragonhood.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope, I'm not. Because look, you said it yourself. You'd rather work with them than a bunch of bipeds who you know are going to betray you anyway because they're about the treasure, but they also, you know, these dragons will do anything for this treasure, but the problem is they need more treasure in order to do anything for the treasure.
I love him so much.
He kind of thinks for a little while.
Great choice in patron.
This is the best thing we've ever done.
Fine. But little extra incentive. Each of these items is going to be cursed. I'll get one of my best mages upon it, so they're going to be attuned and tied to these things. And if anything goes south, it's extra bad on them.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. They won't screw it up. And if they do, they'll probably deserve it. Okay, cool. And then Archie kind of turns back to you guys and goes,
That stunning effort, my friend. Absolutely stunning.
so he thinks for a second.
Way to get our back.
And basically, kind of, he talks to him for a bit, and he's like, they're gonna need at least like 2,700, or at least, I mean, like they kind of debate, kind of between, and so actually, I'm gonna have you guys
figure out the details.
They're hashing out whether or not this gets you to 3rd or 4th level items.
Oh.
They're hashing this out, so I will need, I need you guys to,
Can I in the midst of this, would it be possible for me to just sort of go over and tap Archie on the back and offer him a little bit of guidance?
Yes. Would anybody else like to do anything, try anything to help with what Archie's doing to persuade? Because basically it seems like you're going to get magic items that should get you up to 3rd level, but Archie's going for 4. He's asking for more.
Here's what I'll do is I'm going to, if Archie, I'm gonna pay attention to their conversation.
Okay.
And if Archie seems to make a misstep, I would like to cast Gift of Gab, which basically
Excellent.
Rewinds 6 seconds and allows him to basically.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
Love it.
Yes, absolutely. So you'll
That's
kind of keep
fabulous.
You will keep a close look.
Yeah.
I think it typically is only on self, but I'm going to say because he's your patron, you can
Sure,
cast
Ron.
it at kind of through him or whatever. Yes, that sounds great.
You might say he gets 15% of the magical energy.
I think we'll do. I think that we'll allow this in the sense of basically I'm going to give this will be a full reroll. So basically, if I roll and it's bad, you can trigger a reroll. Right. XigXag is, and honestly, there may not be stuff everyone can do. XigXag, is there anything you want to try to give to old Archie here?
I don't think I have anything.
Okay. And that it sounded.
I would like to offer an Arcana roll to help him better design or better advise him on which magical items are advantageous and how good and what to negotiate points on.
Can I? Yeah.
If any way I can use that to
yes,
help him
in that
with
case, Buku, please make an Arcana check, and here's what we're going to do. Make an Arcana check. What you could potentially be giving him is a flat bonus to his roll.
10.
You don't.
Or rolled a 2.
You kind of say some stuff, and he's like, "Okay, thanks." Right, Buku.
Can I?
Go ahead, XigXag.
Can I give him advantage on investigation or perception?
Why don't you make an investigation check as your kind of similar to what Buku was trying to do?
17.
17. You again. You kind of give him stuff. What I was basically doing there was it was going to be he would gain a bonus equal to whatever you roll minus 20. So.
Yeah.
For a future reference, I'm going to remember that. I really like that. So cool. You guys try to help. He's like, whatever, but Elon's looking ready to kind of make a change. Tangard is going to give him, Tangard's going to give him guidance.
Yeah, just a little bit of
all right. Let me pull up old Archie's,
Gonna make a change.
Additionally, while this is going down and they're debating, I'm just going to maybe cast a few cure wounds around the group.
Okay. Probably a good plan.
because.
Oh, by the way, I did not mention. I thought, like, I may have already said this to you, but the way your cure wounds work is the larger dice is only on dragons. If you ever do it to a humanoid, it's standard healing. It's you guys.
And that makes sense.
It's just double dice.
Double dice.
So any healing you do is double because you guys have double, like, insane hit point, etc. But if you ever do a humanoid, it's standard. Yeah.
And I remember, Alon, you and I were caught in the storm, right?
Oh yeah,
How
you
are
two got messed up. I think Buku's in bad shape too because he hasn't rested.
I got like a tattered wing.
Okay. Well,
I
let's
thought
I
you
go.
were
never realized
survival.
how much I wanted to have a really nice agent until this moment.
Bill,
Yo,
history,
Yeah.
history, survival.
you've already sort of tried one, and he's
Okay.
kind of, he's listened to both of you. Tangart, I would like you to roll the guidance because he will use it on this no matter what.
Certainly.
3. Okay.
Hold him. Hold him.
All right. So I'm gonna roll. Let's see what he can negotiate. He does not have absurdly high persuasion. He's not proficient, so his persuasion's like good, but it's not obscene. Here he goes. All right. The number on the die is a 16. Elon,
I think that's good.
you want to let that ride?
I think right? We let it ride, right? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It seems all right. Yeah.
That's like we're not gonna it's very unlikely we're gonna get better than that.
Okay. This gets him to a 22. So you are basically, it is now no longer a question of if you're getting magic items. It's kind of about like what you get and sort of such. And with a 22, there is sort of sufficient generosity that basically you are going to get very rare items. So this will probably get you guys to 4th level. But you are going to have absolutely no say in what they are.
Yes. That's great. This
He's
is the
just going to
best thing
hand
ever.
each of you a very rare item that
Ah.
you are going to, that is going to take up an
Love it.
attunement slot, even if it is not an attunement item.
Excellent.
But this is
Okay.
going to raise you all to 4th level for kind of
Amazing.
whatever.
This-
Okay.
Quick,
And I guess I should say,
Team Archie.
theoretically, actually, what's really rough is that each of you will have to kind of roll for the value of it. So there's a low chance you will be just shy of 4th level with your item. However, if you guys pool them together in terms of the value, it should, unless everything rolls garbage, it should be okay. So who would like to receive their item first?
Oh, real quick before we
Yo, yes.
just
Yes.
Buka Bazan, 9 points of healing. Sorry, I rolled really bad for that.
Fine.
Alon,
Thank you.
Alon, 17 points of healing.
Thank you.
And that will tap me out of spell slots for the time being. So.
Much appreciated. Master Lasso, your touch is magical, my friend. Appreciate it.
That's a very accurate statement, but I'm happy to help. As for the magic item here, I'm happy to sort of.
Should I
stand in
only
line.
do ones that require attunement, or should I just make it be that these things will acquire attunement even if
I think it can be anything because I think the curse is the
the
attunement,
curse
right?
will tie? Yeah, perfect. All right, cool. Then
Agreed.
We'll do everything of this thing. I'm not doing scrolls and potions. In that case,
I'll go first. I don't care.
you'll go first. Buku.
Sure,
First thing, roll
why
me a
not?
D4. I'm actually just gonna mark the. I'll mark these down. Yeah.
There are dice.
Just don't roll a 1 on these, and you have the points.
3.
Perfect. All right, Buku. Roll a D8.
7.
Roll a D20.
6.
Wow. Okay. I'm actually going to roll these and then reveal them.
Okay.
Let's keep the suspense going. Tangart, you wanted to go next?
Oh, certainly, I could do that.
Sure. Give me a D8.
6.
Give me a D20.
4.
seems appropriate for what's going on. And then roll a d4.
3.
Great. Great. Okay. Elan, hit me.
All right.
Roll a d4 first. I should always do that first.
D4. 1.
Okay, so Elan, yours on its own will not. Yours is only going to be worth basically like 20,000, and you need it to be 20, or yours is only going to be 2,000 platinum. You need to be 27 platinum. But so suddenly, Elan, I don't know where your head was before. You now are very much in favor of joint hoarding, because with what they've rolled, everyone's there. But I will put that on for the stuff. So Elan has a 1, and then roll me a d8.
Who's handing this out to me?
At this point, they haven't even been handed out yet, but it's basically some air elementals.
I mean, do I try to get? I got it. I'm a dragon. I'm gonna see, like, if I see. Okay, so I'm gonna try to cast distort value to see if I can be like, I think you may have given me the wrong item.
So let's first see what the okay, you're kind of doing that before the thing. Okay, so distort value. So what is it that they roll in response?
That would be
An investigation.
I believe so. It would be. Oh shoot. Okay. 1 second. I can look it up. That would be investigation check. Yes.
All right. I don't think they'll be good at these at all, on account of that they're, Oh, actually,
Clouds.
was really thinking this guy would have it worse. What's a good elementally die for this? Oh, there's storm clouds. So we'll roll the dark one. All right. So I have to. What's your DC? Like a 13, 14?
13.
So I gotta just roll over a 14 or higher because I got a -1. I roll a 13, which is a 12. So hearing this and not wanting it chewed out, flies away with whatever they brought. Roll another d4.
Okay. 2.
Congratulations, thanks to your spell, yours is at the right level. Elan, it's still less than what they had, but they're bringing you something that looks like it's better. Roll me a d8.
I just don't. Really, it's just that I don't want Buku to notice.
You don't want to be small like me?
I get it.
I'm sorry, Philip. What did you want?
D8.
D8. 3.
And a d20.
17.
Oh, I remember this one. This is interesting. The only thing is, this is armor. Roll another d20.
Okay.
I probably should have taken armor off. It's like the one thing you guys legit cannot use.
18.
18. Much better. That would be a cool. Yeah. Oh, I think you'll use that. I think you'll definitely use that at some point. Vanda, please roll me a d4 for XigXag. 4. Dang. XigXag. This thing you got is worth 50,000. I mean, this is an expensive thing. And roll me a d8.
7.
And roll me a d20.
1. No, 7.
7. Wow. We got 2 of these on here. Okay. In terms of, we'll get into that. Oh, and Shishu gets to go.
Yeah, Shishu needs to
do you want to roll for Shishu? Elan, would you like to roll for Shishu?
Yeah, you should roll for yourself.
So roll a d4 first.
2.
Okay.
Appropriate.
And then roll a d8.
1.
Perfect, and a d20.
I'll use this one. The gold dice. 17.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what she's getting, because this guy has some interesting stuff. Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. Well, so basically, so kind of, yeah, and Elon, you kind of sent them back, but in the process of this, you are all brought some items. But like while this is happening, like that kind of more scholarly air elemental you spoke to, Sirocco, appears and begins like casting incantations on these items, kind of putting curses on them. And unlike curses that are subtle and try to attract you, like since you guys are knowingly taking this, Lord Buku, since you're proficient in Arcana, if you'd like to make an Arcana check, you can see if you're following what's happening, if that makes sense.
12.
You're not sure. Largely because it's not in Draconic. But kind of goes through this whole hullabaloo. The first thing that is brought out is... It's a grim fucking thing. XigXag, you're probably very sad when you see this, that this is kind of just being tossed over to Shishu, and I suppose you guys can trade. But this is a battle standard, and it is radiating sort of hellish power. It looks like this because, oh my god, I have to show you this thing. And you notice that at the top of it, there is a cage, and within this cage, there is a trapped quasit.
Ooh.
This is a battle standard of infernal power. And, basically, while you hold this banner, your weapon attacks and all of those of allied creatures within 300 feet are magical.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Well, that suddenly became very helpful.
So she has to, like, have this with her, but, you know, kind of costs a claw, but she has this standard.
Wow.
And there is a closet kind of powering it at the top.
I should probably carry that. Not a big damage.
And there could be some trading around of stuff. We're going to go to Elon next. Elon, you are presented with a bronze horn. Sort of small for your size, but it is kind of quickly explained to you by Archie or whoever, or in Air Elemental Archie translating, that this is a Horn of Valhalla. You can use this to summon berserkers to fight. Basically, you can bring in some bipeds to kill some bipeds. You have the you have the bronze version, so you will get 4d4 plus 4 berserkers who are in like medium armor, basically.
Nice.
That's cool.
And they fight for an hour, and then you can do it 7 days later. Tongart. I think you might actually have some memory of this specific thing if this ever came up, because I believe you have played this. You are given a long, sort of slender, or it's actually for you, it's pretty small. It's a slender shard of ice with a giant rune carved into it, the Eyes rune. So this is the shard of the Eyes rune. It works when you hold it.
It's so good.
You can freeze bodies of water. You gain... Shoot! This might break this fucking game and a problem for me, but no, I'm being consistent about this stuff. I have a rule, which is that any creature who is immune to a type of damage, who receives an item that grants them additional resistance to it, you're immune to fire damage, correct, Handgart?
I don't believe so.
Aren't you obsidian?
Oh, I guess so. Yes, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm being eternally consistent across my games. This is my floor for this is very rare. This grants resistance to fire damage. So this creates a problem for me in that you heal from fire damage now.
Oh.
Well, that seems nice. Now all you can spread some of that healing around.
Yeah, they can just heal you by breathing on you.
Well, it seems we're getting closer and closer every day. I appreciate that.
You can put you can also use it to create an iron mantle of protection. You can cast Sleet Storm with it. You can transfer this magic to a non-magical item. The shard would be destroyed, and now you have it on you elsewhere. You're advised not to do that for the purposes of this.
It's not good.
And it gets rid of those. It gets rid of those abilities and gives you other ones. Yeah, don't do either.
It's not good.
So that's what it does.
Well,
So we have a Horn of Valhalla, a Standard of Infernal Power. You guys, you got some good stuff out of this.
yeah, this is pretty.
And I haven't gotten to the last two, which in this game, honestly, are less useful just because of how many ASIs you get. But that would be for Buku, it's a Tome of Leadership and Influence, and for XigXag, a Tome of Understanding. Because you guys rolled on those, you rolled 6 and 7 on the page that had the tomes.
Buku, you did really want to read those books, so maybe this is karmic. You know, the furtive breath is maybe showing you the way that knowledge is the power.
I didn't see this one in the stores in the library, so this one certainly seems interesting.
Understanding +2 wisdom, right?
Yes, now you do have to spend a bunch of time reading it, but since we are probably about to engage in like a training montage of you guys learning your stuff, I suppose you can do that in that time.
XigXag, if you would prefer to learn leadership skills, I would
That
be
might be actually better, yeah.
more than happy
I like
to exchange
wisdom.
that.
You know, I'm more of a wisdom kind of person.
I had no idea what kind of a person you are, but if that suits you more, then that's fine.
Well, you know, if you maybe pay a little more attention to people other than you, you would
Why?
know. Hey, there you go.
And
They're not interesting.
I suppose that, yeah.
Nobody's as interesting as you are to you.
Well, I find that hard to believe, but all right.
If you all do wish to trade things, that certainly can be, that could be done. We can sort of talk, and you could even talk about that like before next session and stuff.
Well, we would need to.
However, you are given these things, and at this point, Archie's feeling like pretty proud of himself for that.
I mean,
meanwhile, the Bill Bluster seems a lot less welcoming and happy. He kind of like, tumbles over to you all and says,
Just remember, these objects tie you to me even further. Do not test my patience. And these will be returned to me when our agreement is done. Understand?
Those of you with the tomes are probably like, no problem.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that seems fair. I appreciate the loan.
With that, a deal is struck. Unlike kind of the gesture of sort of, like friendship and the flower picking and everyone taking a thing, this deal is just much crazier. The Archfey, Bill Bluster, kind of like summons lightning and kind of shoots it at his hand, and you see this like dark red viscous substance kind of drop onto the floor. You are all expected to slash your palms with your talons, making a blood pact.
So uncouth.
So I'm practical slashing your palm.
You notice that Archie kind of goes, and he's like, Bill, you understand. Bill goes,
Your servants can do so.
Cool. He's like, yeah, sorry. You guys go ahead.
Can I do my damnedest to imitate him?
To imitate what?
Oh, it's just not. I can't. I don't know what's happening. I can't.
Sure. Make a performance check.
This is the highest I've rolled all day. It's a 5. Plus 6, 11.
Let me help you. And I'd like to cut him.
You'll cut him?
My attack roll?
Yeah, make an attack roll against his AC. Sure.
Just let that happen. That's
Okay,
great.
cool.
That's
Yeah, you're
good.
like, try to do it, can't, and goes, and Bill Bluster actually does laugh.
Jump to the chance.
Really laughs.
13. I rolled a 13, so with the +7, it would be a 20.
It's fine. Thank you. Thank you, XigXag. Thank you.
I'm just trying to help.
So very helpful.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's
welcome.
a pretty hilarious kind of like, sense here of these things. And Archie's like, all right, and Bill Bluster says,
Go. You've a year and a day. I wouldn't total.
Right. Sure.
Archie's like, thank you, and he goes, all right, so are you gonna go back to the material plane and
Yeah,
train and
we have some
Yeah,
training to do.
But
Are you coming with us?
No, I'm not going to the material plane.
Oh, but you can visit us or send us message or something.
And then in
Right?
your head you hear, what do you think?
Oh boy!
Wait, did you guys hear that? Did that work?
Yeah,
That's very
Archie,
good.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Archie, you
I was
the
like-
bomb.
I was like-
you
I was
the
like-
bomb, dragon,
Yeah.
bro,
Thanks.
bro,
Um,
you good?
Wait,
Mhm.
and can we?
Yeah.
Well, here, hang on a second. Let me just try something.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna think in my head. And can you hear us?
Are you okay? You look like you're concentrating really hard. That was
Okay.
strange.
I was just trying to figure out if we could do the same thing for you. Like, I just want to know if it's a
Oh.
one-way conversation.
Try to I think you probably just gotta like mean it really hard, you know? Like you have to really be beseeching me. That I didn't seem like you were beseeching me.
All right, let me try one more time.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Oh, wise, powerful Archie Fagin. Feywild.
Maybe you gotta be in danger or something. XigXag attack. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, XigXag. I see you do a lot of PvP already. Well.
Are we out away from
Yeah.
Bill?
Archie will say anything else. I mean, are we good?
Yeah. So Archie, no, just one question. I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
You can get maybe a read of this. So, we originally came across some creepy night hags who also had a score to settle with Bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we should just ignore them, or?
Probably. You just made a blood oath not to mess with them. So yeah, I think you
I was
kind
thinking
of
maybe
went
we could
another
get,
direction there, pal.
No. I was thinking maybe we could take care of them, get points on the deal or something like that.
Sure you can take care of him, but I don't think he'll reward you for it because he's already pissed off at all this magic stuff I got you.
Also, you did.
You're welcome.
That was incredible. It was incredible.
Felt
It
pretty
was
good
really-
about that, you know.
I'm just happy to be in business with you.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that reminds me.
Curses were a nice touch.
I got. Yeah, I didn't. That was. I. Sorry about the curses. I didn't really. I just kind of threw that on there. But that reminds me. I can. So basically, you guys just I'll kind of feed you guys some, ooh, and kind of in front of all your eyes, you do see these misty kind of fairy sparkles and visions of various kinds of power. Anyway, I can do these things called invocations. So you all can have an invocation. So each of you is going to get one warlock invocation. And you will get more if you continue working for Archie.
Oh, amazing.
That's very kind of you.
And these will be effective. I will say that if you take any invocation, that is a thing where it's you can learn this spell, which you can cast with a warlock spell slot. If you choose that, you'll just gain one warlock spell slot, and that's the spell you know for it.
Okay.
I'll also say, you guys are being fairly fast and loose, but at this point, Tangart and Elon, any spells on the warlock list you may also choose from if you ever care to.
Excellent.
Unless you break your contract with Archie, then you'll lose all of this. But you'll all get one Eldritch Invocation for now, potentially more as time passes.
Hells yeah.
Oh my god.
You have a patron. He's gonna. He's not gonna. You're not warlocks, but he's gonna give you something. So he's like, yeah, okay, cool. All right. Well, yeah, you guys should probably get out of here before he, messes with you.
Let's go.
One last thing, Archie.
Yeah.
And forgive me if I'm overstepping here. I just want to say that, regarding your ex that you mentioned earlier, I just think it says a lot about you that you're still on good terms with your exes, and it sort of makes me feel like we're in good company here. I appreciate that.
Well,
In good cause.
she I'd kind of try to use this as an opening to maybe get,
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're
reopen
trying.
the situation with
Well.
her, if you know what I mean.
I believe I do.
I'm trying to really put this between the lines, You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if this works out, and it's
You
like,
have-
oh, we're
you have-
talking again. Oh yeah.
No,
Maybe we
I
should just like go to like a show that like in like go to the theater, get a drink or something.
Reasonable.
Like
Archie,
as the
you
night
have-
goes on, I don't know. Maybe I kind of put a claw around
Well-
the shoulder, just real casual, just see, kind of old time's sake. Maybe she leans against me, nearly crushes me because she's so much bigger, and then it's like she's like, "Oh God, I do miss this. I miss that one thing you did." And I'm not gonna go into what that thing is, but it's like it's a real, like, kind of thing.
Well,
Like that's the face we'd make sometimes. Listen, the point is.
Well, Archie, I think you have put it between the lines and underlined it. So I think I'm understanding. And if you have helped us so much, if we can help you, that seems to not only be something I would like to do, it seems to be like something I have to do.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna be one of those archfays who just uses my warlocks to help get me laid. That's amazing. Oh my God, you guys will go gather flowers. I'll send you to like every single Nordstrom to find the perfume she likes. There's this thing called Nordstrom on some other planes. Don't worry about it. But like sometimes you have to go to a lot of them to find, this is great. Oh man.
I'm sorry. I just want to check. What was your approach to this old flame of yours?
I'm just gonna be like, just kind of slide, just like see where things go, just kind of slide back into it.
Yeah.
Say nothing.
I mean, if that's what you feel is best, I mean, I suppose
Well, okay,
you
maybe
would
not.
know her more than me.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe I don't talk to her, and we don't get one of her warlocks to send you something.
No.
That's fine.
I fully suggest talking to her. I just, my experience, you want to play a little bit more aloof with it. Usually works better.
Oh,
Have them chase
then-
you,
Yeah, like you are not interested
No,
in them anymore,
I
right?
disagree.
Right?
I wouldn't listen to little Lord Buku over there. I think you want to be just sort of straight and open, communicative.
yeah, I'm going to actually surprisingly agree with Elan here about that. The important thing here is that you are opening up the lines of communication.
Yeah, it's about
However you're going
trust.
about that is particular to you and your relationship.
Well,
That's
you
I don't
have
screw
to
around with
put
matters of the
yourself
heart,
in her way, that. Yeah, but
But
Lord
you don't
Buku
wanna
just
be
strikes
too
a
eager,
pose and tries to
you-
look as regal as possible. It's like, if you wish to listen to them, by all means.
make a persuasion roll.
But
And Elon, if you're arguing, make one of yourself.
Yeah.
The two dragons on the shoulder of the much smaller dragon.
I can't roll shit today.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. 14. It's better. Always better.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
24.
Ooh. These are all really interesting ideas. He's kind of like, as he's kind of like slowly flying over from Buku over to Elon. Just cool stuff everyone's saying. I'm really taking all of this in. All right, well, you guys, I guess get out of here and
Let's
Just
slap out
take
of
my cane and go home then.
learn
Can I
some
just-
stuff.
I'd like to lean over to Archie and just say, I'm really happy we met you.
I appreciate that sentiment. I hope I'm happy I met you in the long run, too. At this moment, I feel a little better than I did about an hour ago. Still
understand.
some rough feelings about it.
Yeah, I get it.
Great. Cool. Shishu, I'll just, because no one else has said it, Shishu goes, now that we have, like, all that, like, more wealth, should we get Lord Bash?
No.
Right.
Or are we just gonna get more? Like, I'm fine with that either. I'm just asking.
Oh, I totally
Um,
forgot about it.
Don't
Isn't
know.
I did not. Is not our goal just to get bigger, stronger, and get what we
Better.
deserve back? Revenge for our fallen
Richer.
comrades?
She's like,
I
I'm just
believe
asking.
Lord Vashley is simply in the way. Sad to say, we have bigger fish to fry. We have quite a conundrum in front of us, and I don't feel like Lord Vashley would be of any assistance.
I'm also sort of, I'm at this moment just sort of concerned that if we make any sort of move against that court. I don't know if that violates the agreement we just struck. I'm
Right.
concerned about that. So
Wait,
I,
Do we need another enemy?
What move against what?
Shoot, you.
Oh, if we try to go in there to save Lord Bash at this moment, that like we might end up killing some of Bill
should've-
Bluster's
Wait. Archie's like, wait, you guys want the other dragon back? You
Maybe.
No.
I mean,
I'm getting
What
weird.
if-
look,
Here's the
I'll be
thing.
honest. This is a point of
Yeah.
contention within the group. at the
Okay.
Here's the
moment.
thing, Buku. You know how I feel. I love a good horde as much as the other guy. I'm wondering if we may be able to use him as another,
Infield?
another hand in the fight.
Yeah.
I see.
He's bigger. He can go into
Bigger. And
As
if
long-
if something happens to happen to him,
Yeah. Then.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
as long as we know which hand is the one getting burned, I don't have a problem with this. To catch you up, Mr. Archie Fagan. Yes, our previous associate seems to have been held captive, as you're aware. We have conflicting interests whether to relieve him of that burden at the moment, or to relieve him of his treasure burden. It's
that doesn't
really
seem
a question of which
cool.
we should do.
Is he your friend?
no.
No,
Well, he did us a favor.
Oh,
I
at
said
some point.
associate. I
Wait
was
a minute.
pretty
Hold
clear
on.
about
I'm
that.
not having my warlocks go around and like screw people over. That reflects badly on me.
No.
Well, only if they survive.
Hey,
Well, I'm just being realistic here.
don't make me restrict the list of invocations you can choose from. He kind of flutters halfway back into the thing. Hey, Bill, I'm gonna tell Belinda to give me the dragon back. And Bill's like,
Fuck, whatever you want, bro.
it's like, okay, cool. It's like, come on, let's go get your guy. Come on.
Yeah,
I start
going.
flying with him.
All right.
I'm coming. Flap, 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 flap.
So you guys can fly back down. It is not raining as hard as it was.
Buku flies in the back, sulking.
As you land, however, he's landing and goes, "Oh wait, yeah. I gotta teach some of you to speak other things at least.
That would be useful.
Seeming like that might be. if we're gonna
We
be
gotta find some
hopping
pixie
across
tongue
plains.
around here."
Pixie
And of course,
tongue.
Buku, that phrase
Pixie
probably
tongue.
isn't your favorite thing you've ever heard. Yeah, it's a kind of flower.
wait, what? No.
Oh, okay, that
a
sounds
flower.
better. I don't really want to eat a pixie.
If
That
you
seems
eat
like-
if you eat pixie tongue, you can speak Sylvan. Don't eat hound's tongue.
Because then you can speak hound.
Yeah, and it's a barking mess. Hold on here.
It could be interesting.
XigXag, he's gonna kind of describe it to you. XigXag, please make a survival check.
All right. It's
Nope.
Luca's like, not gonna do it.
15.
I do know which
plus
invocation I'm taking though. Very excited for it.
10,
Okay.
20.
A 20.
22.
22. Please roll me a D4.
That's a 3.
3. You do find 4 pixie tongue flowers. He tells you that if you eat this, you will be able to speak Sylvan.
I'll eat it. I'll
How
eat
do
anything.
you, can
So
we
there's-
like
Does it
divide
look
it up?
like tongue?
It looks just like a tongue. It
Nope.
is the most tongue-looking flower there's ever been.
No. Put him away. Hurry up.
One.
In chat,
Hurry up.
all the tongues.
I'll take one.
Okay. So anyone who eats this can now speak Sylvan. He's like, I can find other tongue flowers if you wanted other ones, Lord Buku.
Do they look like tongue?
Yeah, that's why
Then
they're called that.
no.
So
Then
you just
no.
you just want to speak nothing but draconic from now on.
I didn't say that. I have a thing with tongues.
Well, how else do you learn how to speak
can-
a language? You eat a
You
flower that
can
looks
close
like a
your
tongue.
eyes. You can close your eyes.
There's only 4 doses
You
also,
do
so
not-
if you don't want it, Shishu will eat it, although she also probably isn't. Actually, Shishu won't eat the tongue right now either. Never mind. So you guys have an extra one. You will take 1 pixie tongue flower with you.
Wait. Is there any other tongue flowers I should be looking for?
With what you rolled, you did not find any other ones. Sylvan's clearly the most common one here in the Feywild.
I'm realizing, you know what I should, next time we go out, I'm not going to leave my Helm of Comprehend Languages at home.
That would be a good one if you have one of those.
I wonder if it gets sized, you know?
Would have probably fit me if you had deigned to share it, as you always seem to point out the size that I am.
True.
In any case, you guys now arrive back at this castle, and you're sort of swooping sort of more into the big doors. And you go right into that room where Bash is still just being pet like a dog. Those of you who ate the flower now hear sounds of various revelry. There is this Eladrine who's sort of sitting on sort of the chair next to the throne, who looks up, and in those of you who now speak Sylvan hear Archie going, "Hey, Belinda, I gotta take that dragon back. He belongs to these dragons. Bill said to." And she's like, "What?" Yeah, Bill said to. Sorry, we're actually doing stuff. I just made a pact with him to do this thing he's after. So you probably have to go home. Oh my God, why? We got a really good thing going on here. Archie? Yeah, cool. Sorry, dragons, this is Belinda. This is Bailiff Belinda, sorry. Belinda, these are dragons. Hey, do you guys want to be my pets?
No.
That is our dragon.
I'm afraid I've already promised myself to a lot of people in this realm, and I think I've sort of hit my limit. But I appreciate the hospitality.
Fair. You notice that she's wearing like a strange garment. It's kind of this light blue robe, and she has this triangular crest on like one side of her chest about there. It's very shiny. It's like extremely it's like almost like generating light and really reflecting it very brightly. She also has kind of a little hat on, kind of like a brim.
Well, one of you expressed that I admire her clothes, but perhaps she can keep her mouth closed when she's not speaking, as her tongue seems to be lolling about.
She wearing, though?
And is very distracting.
She's wearing black boots, leather. They go like kind of like really high, super shiny.
Those are really nice boots you got there.
Thank you, dragon. Do you want to be my pet? I'll let you.
No. Could I have your shoes?
What? You want my shoes?
Yeah.
That's weird. Is it for like a sex thing?
Do you want it to be?
Oh my God, you're hilarious. These dragons are so funny. Hey, dragon, do you know these dragons? He kind of looks up.
Oh, yes, I do. I do know them, in fact. Yes.
Cool. Well, apparently I gotta go home now, which is fine. But, like, Archie, really? Why did you do that? This was so much fun. Why are we leaving? This is terrible. Like, I don't want to go back. You understand what it's like there with her. Archie's like, I know, I'm sorry. It's kind of crazy, but just we're in the middle of a thing. Sorry, Belinda, I don't mean to. Fine. She kind of waves her hands over Bash for a second, who kind of suddenly he's like snarling and looks, and she's like, oh my God, chill out, bro. This guy crazy. Bash looks at all of you. What's going on? What are you all doing here? Well, how did I?
We just saved you, Lord Bash. Let's go.
Where are we?
Long story,
We'll
man.
tell you later.
We'll fill you, but when you just follow us, we'll fill you in when we get back home.
He kind of staggers, kind of like uneasily on his feet. She's like, all right, well, come see us if you want to. Like, it would be cool maybe to see you guys later. I do like dragons. They're really like fun to take pictures with.
I give you 10 gold for your shoes.
It's a good story.
That is such a funny story. Oh my God. All right, yeah, sure. Oh my God, like, and she's like just talking to the million pixies floating around. Are you guys like seeing this? Are you guys remembering this? Like, tell everyone about this. This is crazy. And she unzips her boots and she hands you these 2 black boots.
Oh, thank you.
That is so funny. This dragon wanted my shoes. That's like insane. That's like one of the weirdest things that's ever happened. Okay, you've got to come see the Hi Hello Court sometime, okay? Like, seriously. What is your
Hi,
name?
hello. I am XigXag.
XigXag.
You are
Oh my
Vanda?
god. Like, and how have I never heard of you before and I'm obsessed with you? Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
XigXag, that's like, okay, wow. First of all, yeah, come to the Hi Hello Court. I'm Bailiff Bedelia. And like, everyone there knows me. I'm like pretty much like the second most powerful person there.
Okay. And I just...
God, it's a shame Shishu can't understand her because I really
I
think they would
know,
vibe too.
I'd like to lean really close and sniff her.
My God, you freak. Crazy. Guys,
Wink at her.
no one is going to believe XigXag. Oh my God. A new obsession. Squad goals XigXag. Wow. Yeah, come to the Hi Hello Court. You're all welcome there anytime, especially dragons, because we love charming dragons there. It's really fun.
Oh. Yeah. You are very charming.
Oh, thank you. I try to be charming. I'm not as charming as Her Honor, but like, you know, I'm pretty charming. Archie's just like, thank you, Bedelia. You can head back now. Oh my God, Archie, why don't you ever come to the Hi Hello Court anymore? Cause it's like makes no sense. You know what? It makes no sense. He's giving you a look of like, don't go to the Hi Hello Court. Anyway, all right. Well, bye everyone. She kisses all of you. Just like not even sure. Yeah, she's like, bye. Okay. Oh my God, this one's so quiet. The yellow one. Pretty scales. All right. Bye. Oh, bye. Okay. Bye everyone. Bye. All right. And then she and her pixies disappear before your eyes. There's still numerous other fae in here, and the blink goats are just going crazy all around.
Oh.
But Bailiff Bedelia has left.
All right.
Well,
Archie's
go
like,
now.
well, that's quite everything that we came for, and quite a bit we did not. So
oh
I
my
think
God,
it's time for us
let's
to
get the hell out of here, guys.
get home.
Archie flies
Yes. Let's make like a tongue and go back in where we belong.
out. What?
That is
Wow. That was.
you.
I don't think that's a phrase, and I don't think it should be a phrase.
Lord Buka Bazan, write it down. We're out.
I don't. Why would you say write it down? I don't have writing implements or paper. You're the one
I
carrying
walk
a
out.
book, man. Anyway, so you guys fly out with a very disoriented Lord Dressley Bash. Your young, your not young. He's actually very old, but your small friend Archie. He'll go ahead and ask actually, he wouldn't ask the leading question. I'll ask you, the players. So no one's gonna ask about the Hi Hello Court. Anybody gonna bite on that? Got any takers on that?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Sure.
What's the deal?
Sure. Tell us about the
I
Hi Hello
really
Court.
don't want
Seems
to.
horrible. And,
Okay.
and so it seems like there's a little bit of history with the lady judge.
Oh no, she's the lady. Mustard Scene's fine. She's just like, how do I phrase this? Okay. Some people, when elevated to the level of Archfey, go big with it, and he sort of gestures around at Wuther and the rain and the castles and the, walking giant. Other people go small with it and are just chill and fine and nice. I think Mustard Seed didn't I don't want anyone to say this is like me. I'm not trying to make fun of her. I genuinely think is one of the stupidest people I've ever talked to. It has nothing to there's tons of incredibly smart, clever fae. I really think Mustard Seed just by virtue of whatever is the dumbest person I've ever met. And this has been brought up many times, like Titania and Peace Blossom and other words what. I really think that when Mustard Seed was told she gets a court, she misunderstood what that is. And that's why she calls herself the Honorable Lady Chief Justice Mustard Seed. And her entire domain of delight is a courtroom. And it's non-stop nonsense. And I can go for some nonsense. It's fun, but it's so much. There's so many people in cells who've been there for just hundreds of years who they just I don't understand what it is. I don't understand what she's doing. Don't ever go there. You guys should try to go there, by the way. You, the players, this is the DM. Go there. But Archie's like, it's so much. It's like, it's too chaotic. I don't care for it.
Well, I sort of make it a point to not get arrested. So.
And if you're wondering, it's like the high hello court, not the high hello court. So I guess it's the high hello court. But I think she originally meant it as the high hello, and she'd misunderstood what like a high court was. I just can't. She's telling us so much.
I mean, I'm envisioning some cartoon version of Judge Judy or something, anime version of it.
You're getting to the right zone. I will say that for for Pierce and Jed, think about the court you guys went to in the Night Realm in our Star Wars game, and then turn that up, and then just put a real different spin on that. Yeah, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he just complains about it the whole time, but eventually he's like, and she doesn't know what precedent is. She really thinks it's a present, so she's always trying to set precedents, and like it's whatever. Anyway, that's after a time cut. He's saying that. Anyway, all right, here's your passage home. Well, go forth, my warlocks, or my wargons, my draglocks. I don't know what to call you guys, but yeah, go do your stuff, and I don't know. I'll reach out and draw some power from me. I'm invoke. I'm showing you them again. Ooh, pick the ones you want. You'll figure it out.
We'll be the best Worgans you've ever had.
You'll be the only Worgans I've ever had. So you'll also be the
Also
worst.
true.
And you'll also be the most unexceptional.
I don't know that we have to, say all of those things.
Well, we all contain multitudes.
That's true. I guess there's 5 of you, so at some point I can rank within you pretty easily.
True.
I mean, I'm number 1 right now, right? I just
No.
Cool. Let's go, Worgans.
Bye, Wargons.
Hi,
So with
Archie. It was nice
Bye.
to meet you.
Once
yeah,
again,
real chill day I just had here. Oh my god.
No, one day you will look back at this and we'll laugh.
Huh.
or cry, but we'll be in it together, and that's the important part.
Okay.
Or laugh crying.
So, you guys, now let me think about the time dilation thing that would be going on here. This is not
All
exact.
of the bipeds we left are dead. We have no teacher left.
No, it is it's going slightly in the other direction. You guys come out, and what was several hours for you has been like. Actually, you're not sure. Oh no, XigXag, why don't you make a survival check? You'll see the position of the sun. You do have that ability, don't you?
17%, 24.
Yeah, okay. XigXag's getting all your rolls,
Really
Buku.
well, yeah.
XigXag, you come out and you believe that, like, time seems to be advancing at, like, a factor of maybe, like, you think you were in there maybe 6 hours and maybe 30 minutes have passed. So, yeah, you think maybe a month will pass here while a year passes in there if it stays perfectly clean.
That's not a lot of time at all.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. I think we have a lot to say, Lagak. And we certainly have a lot of work to do. I think. If we're going to be ready for going to an elemental plane in an eternal storm to kill a mother of an archfey that can turn into that storm. I'm still kind of like misty on the whole thing, but I'm sure it'll become clear.
Look at the great,
I don't think mist is part of her powers, but
look at the great, look at the great stuff that we got. I mean, we're on the right path.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is
And the
our
important thing is
horde
that
has
Lord Bash is
grown.
going to help us.
Bash is like,
he
I'm going
is
to do
now.
what? Oh my! He actually, upon coming back, he does kind of just like puke.
Oh, I'm helping you out. Is my horde
Well,
okay?
It's sort of like you're compelled to be honest. Like you
Yes.
took the pact with us, so
Wait, I took a pact?
yes.
Lord Vash, we had to make very many sacrifices in order to save your life against the judgment of some of us. We felt that your value was higher alive and a part of our crew than left to the devices of that strange witchy woman.
His eyes narrow.
Why didn't you take my horde? What
Because
are you
we
playing
value you.
Well, we are.
at?
Lord Bash, we find ourselves in unprecedented times. We may be the last dragons in our world, and in that case, more dragons is better than less dragons.
Yes, quite right, I suppose.
As
if
for
you
what
do
has
not
happened to your horde,
yes.
I don't entirely know. We sort of left it in the care of the final dragon, so it's very possible.
He clambers back and he starts like pawing at like the side of the mountain until his arm goes into nothing and he's like, oh, and he kind of goes through there. I'll roll to see if he gets put to sleep by anything. If you guys pass it after him, he's asleep. There's just like one of those little mouth mushrooms like, I wasn't even trying, sorry guys, I just kind of said hello and this guy just
We understand. He's very weak-willed.
Do you happen to have any more candy?
Now, merciless,
Oh, eating the
Like I
candy.
already ate it. I already ate it.
Archie warned us about
Honestly-
this, not to push things.
honestly, if I were you, I'd just go out and come back in. You never know what you're gonna get the next time, I'd take
No,
him with you though if you're gonna do that.
It might be a week next time. We need to
Let's just go.
pursue further in.
All right. You guys kind of basically get in, and there you get the sense that Lagok is not there. Duukea is there, like preparing various spell casting stuff, and looks up and is like, "Oh, you're back already. Oh, good. Hello."
No, we have brought Bash back.
He's unconscious. You're just dragging him. Is he okay? Kind of.
They
They
go
go over and are like,
he was just sleepy.
"Oh,
one of the mushrooms.
oh, okay. Well, maybe leave him sleeping for a moment. In that case, I'm just preparing to get him out of here and us and everything." And Kawulog's like, "How'd that go?"
Well, friend.
Uh,
Well, let's just say like a lot happened, and we have we're definitely a lot more powerful. We definitely have a lot more to our name.
Oh my God! Where'd you get all that stuff?
Yeah, see, everything has a cost. You know what I mean? These items are bound to us in both blood and curse. But we have definitely gotten more powerful. So I would say it's a mixed bag. But I think overall, we have definitely come out ahead. But we
Lagok.
do have to go to the elemental plane to kill an archfey, or
What?
something real bad's going to happen to all of us.
Lagok kind of goes,
Well then, you'd better get training.
yeah.
That's why we're here.
Goodness. Oh goodness. I suppose this is how it goes. Well, come tell me everything.
Lagok kind of comes forward, and that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yeah.
So here is all the
Oh,
stuff
man.
that happens. So you're gaining a lot of stuff. You're also up against something. Is kind of the situation.
Yeah.
Here's the situation. You all gain 2 levels. You become level 4. You also gain 1 Eldritch Invocation. And unlike the many times I've promised this previously, at the beginning of next session, we will we're going to kind of like skip to you guys training, a little bit of time is going to pass. So go ahead and have your selections for your votes for formations. And the cool thing about this is now that you've heard these formations, now that you know what you might be up against, you're like, oh, we're fighting a person who's blank, blank, blank. Maybe this invocation now makes the most sense, etc. So that was interesting. I would say Archie was not intended to be your patron, but this will work out. sure.
I was
So-
wondering if it was going to be a name only or not.
I love him. So I will die for
Yeah.
him. I love
Well,
him
that's
so
that's
You-
kind of the
you
bond
very
you've
well
made.
might.
So yeah.
Sort of committed.
I feel like we should have stolen that horde now. I'm feeling a little bit bummed about it. Yeah, you were right.
What horde?
We're
Nash's horde.
dragons. Get the fucking gold. We're dragons.
We're gonna have to. Well, you know what? We're gonna get him. We're gonna get it. We're gonna talk to Duukea, and he's gonna
I know
come
it's-
in. He's gonna come in and help us with this thing we gotta do.
I know it's a
He's
I know
cursed.
it's a
remember?
foreign concept, but I like to earn my wealth,
Oh no! See, that's
not
very.
take or have it given to me.
That's very.
That's
middle class.
earned. I don't
No,
understand what the
no,
difference is
no,
there.
No, yeah.
You
I
took
don't
it. It's
think- I-
yours.
I didn't
no,
expect
yeah.
you to, Lord Buku.
I mean, you're putting in work. I don't see the issue.
Oh man, I kind of I did appreciate as I was thinking of like how would this go? Like Archie would tell you no on that based on the alignment that Archie has.
Yeah.
So therefore,
It was good to have the push.
was
It's good he
unfortunate.
made that call.
Yeah.
But unfortunate for
but
us.
no, I appreciate that you guys are RPing dragons to the extent that you are given enough treasure to level up 2 levels, and you're like, cool. Now let's also take all this other treasure too.
Fuck yeah. Give it in there.
Well, that'll be some great stuff. I think
I'm
we're gonna have some
impressed.
very strange and interesting adventures moving forward. You'll be level 4. You'll have some additional texture stuff.
Our,
Go ahead.
our breath weapon is 5d10 now.
Yeah, your breath weapons start like very slow, and then they just get serious. And you also all have multi attack now, which is pretty good.
Yep.
So we will, and that's going to be real helpful.
I'm
with,
also no
with-
longer small.
Oh, great.
So suck it, Alon.
Yeah. Well, I'm also no longer medium or whatever it is, large.
Oh, that's right. Some of you. Oh, wait. Although,
It's a con thing, right?
it's a con thing, but you cannot go over.
You can't get higher than 21.
You can't go higher than 21.
It's level capped.
Yeah, it's like tier capped. It's your age category. It's what
The
it's called.
difference between 20 and 21, is there odd numbers matter here?
It'll still always be medium to me, though, Buku.
It is odd numbers matter in the sense that like you can just put a little extra on
Expect
for later,
it.
you know. But no, a 21 just means you're at the maximum size.
I think Alon always has like an inch and like 10 pounds on Buku.
no
Like
matter what,
regardless, like
he'll
he still
always-
just got like that little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that was
Dad, you are the charisma person, right?
Who, me?
Aren't you?
No, my
No.
charisma's an 8.
he's
So
not
is
the
mine.
he's not the charisma, but he has class features that let him use intelligence instead of charisma.
Yeah, everything
might-
for me is intelligence based, but because of my class, I can use that for basically everything
Except
Oh.
performance. I think that's the one.
except
that
performance.
Yeah.
Oh, so that book is not that useful for you. I get it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. If anybody needs that,
if we want to,
Okay,
you guys
I
can
don't need-
definitely discuss some trades for all these things.
Oh.
Is anybody
yeah.
who's charisma based?
Both me and Shishu are.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe there.
That's my spellcasting.
Oh,
thing.
Elon, that's Elon's spell casting. That might be more worthwhile.
Yeah.
but it's probably already at 21 anyway. So
No, it's not. My spellcasting is actually really low
Oh.
because I'm a dex build, so it's.
There you go. You
Other
guys
points. So
need
that might there may be
Okay.
some trading would make sense there.
Oh, that's
But well, everyone at home, thank you so much for watching this wild stuff. These dragons will get strong. Don't worry, because I pathologically can't not throw double-digit CR things when they're going against dragons. So I gotta level them up a little so that I can just hit them. So yeah, very good. We'll see. Come back next week for more Here Be Dragons Fun. That's Sunday nights at 7:30 here on this Twitch channel. On Mondays, we play Wellness Beyond the Witchlight, our riff on other Feywild stuff, the real Feywild-centric in all the campaigns right now. And then on Fridays, we have Blood from a Stone, our horror game. We are currently using Call of Cthulhu rules, and it's going awesome. I urge you to check out the video of last Friday's episode. It was a solo game. It was really cool.
It's really fun.
And follow us, subscribe. You get a free one with a Amazon Prime account if you want to link that to your Twitch, etc., or subscribe to other wonderful people who are here who will plug stuff in a moment. Also go to our Discord. That's got cool stuff. Follow us on the social medias and all those things. And just live your life, Get out there, have some fun, experience something, try a new food. Anybody want to plug anything?
Sure. On Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, come and help me solve murders on the high seas. I'm playing Return of the Obra Dinn this Tuesday at 5 p.m. It's a lot of fun. And there are video recaps in case you feel lost like I do every day.
And I believe half an hour before that, our Anna, who is not here currently, will be cooking on Instagram Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you can make your meal and go straight into watching Andrew play.
Yep. Andrew is
And if you need a little preview before you make a meal, you can watch me on Twitch playing Raid Shadow Legends and, making an ass out of myself. Pretty much.
It's funny that I'm saying this for the
You're
first
good at it.
time. I think the three of you should start announcing what you do in reverse order.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
No, I like starting late and going early.
It's so much funnier this way, though. It's so much better to go
But
do this.
before you do that,
But before that, oh my god. Well, wonderful. Thank you all so much for watching. We're so excited to have you here. Until next time, roar proudly and fly right. I'm never going to land on the perfect sign off for this game, and I don't really want to. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Roar.
Bye.